Recording in progress.
Hi, welcome to our cooking class today. I'm Susan Peruzzi. I've been cooking at ACC for a little while, a couple years, before the pandemic and now on film after the pandemic. I'm connected to ACC in a couple of ways. Number one, I had a real good friend who used to work here and she kind of got me involved in this. Number two, my mom is a resident over at ACC Maple Tree Village. We love it over there. And number three, I am an avid pickleball player, and you can often find me at the courts right here at ACC. This is my friend Felipe, and I just want to start by introducing this dish. It's called Chilaquiles, and I found this dish. My parents started taking me and my sisters and brother to Mexico when I was in 8th grade. And we didn't know what to expect, and we walked out of the motorhome and fell in love. We used to go to buffets all the time, try to find the best breakfast buffet in Mazatlan, and I came upon this crazy little dish. I was the only one eating it, and eventually I had everybody taste it. Now my whole family were fans of chilaquiles. We love it with an egg on top. But I didn't know anything about the dish or its origins until I met Felipe. And Felipe, well, you tell him how you know chilaquiles.
Well, I grew up eating chilaquiles for breakfast. That's my mom's daily breakfast for us. Chilaquiles and whatever you had, egg over it, chicken over it for protein, any kind of protein. So to me, it's a breakfast dish, a daily dish. So it is made out of leftover tortillas from the day before, just like any other culture. They don't throw anything away; they reuse it. I mean, Chinese use rice and do something else. Italians do something else, and Mexicans use leftover tortillas to make chilaquiles, which means leftover tortillas. As chilaquiles comes from the Nahuatl, the Aztec word. It means leftover tortillas in chili sauce.
And what part of Mexico are you from?
So I was born in Jalisco, close to a small town back then, about an hour away from Guadalajara. Now it's a big city. So very popular chilaquiles. You find them in every home, every day.
I was really surprised. We went to Cancun, which is on the whole other side, and they had chilaquiles everywhere. I was really surprised at that because it's kind of a little bit of an obscure dish to me.
Not in Jalisco. Jalisco, very, very popular. So we can make a green chilaquiles and red chilaquiles. So today we're going to make both. She's going to make the green. I'm going to make the red ones.
And so when I met Felipe, I was just so amazed at his knowledge about food, and especially Mexican food. And so we thought it would be really fun for you guys to be able to watch us go and shop at a Mexican market. And so we went to a store called La Esperanza. You can find that at 5028 Franklin Boulevard. They have a supermarket in the middle, an amazing deli on one side, an amazing bakery on the other. It's a really cool place to check out. If you want to go to a different store, there's also La Superior. That's at 4604 Franklin Boulevard. But we went to La Esperanza, and here it is.
Yeah, we went to La Esperanza because it's one of the oldest. They're one of the original bakeries in Sacramento, and they also have a tortilla factory. So all in one block. On one side, bakery, supermarket, and tortilla factory on the other side. Everything in one place.
So here's us at La Esperanza.
Chilaquiles are usually made out of leftover tortillas from the day before. So, like any other culture, they don't throw anything away from a meal. So the leftovers are kept and they reused the following day. So chilaquiles means leftover tortillas, and we're going to make them in green in a red sauce.
Right.
Right?
So Felipe's going to make the red sauce. I'm going to make the green. And for yours, do you need these chilies?
Yes. So you can see there's over 1,000 varieties of different chilies, and they're used for different purposes, for different sauces. So as you know, chilies have two names depending on their stage, either fresh or dry. For example, one of the most popular, poblano, is when it's fresh, but once it's dry, it's called pasilla. Same pepper. Another one is jalapeno, when it's fresh, and when it's dry, it's called chipotle. Okay. For the chilaquiles, the one that I'm going to be making is going to be the red one, so I'm going to use guajillo, chile guajillo. This is just for flavor and color, no heat. Chile guajillo is not hot at all. And for heat, for a little bit of heat, we're going to use the chile de árbol. So this is going to be much hotter than the guajillo. Usually, the smaller the chile, the hotter it is. So
we need a bag of each?
This is all I need. So see, chile de árbol and guajillo for the red one.
Now so there's so many different kinds of chilies. What would you use, that's the one you're buying. What is this one, the japonés? What did I say?
Japonés is a version of the árbol, but it's not hot.
Okay.
This is not, it's not hot. And these you can buy them already toasted. For example, you see them here. What did I see? They're already toasted. Oh, these ones are already toasted, so you don't have to, you save that step.
Oh, okay.
Tostado, toasted.
Oh, so you're gonna need to toast?
Yeah, in the grill, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you both.
Okay.
To get the flavor. We'll talk more when we're doing tomorrow. So for me this, and then of course garlic, everybody knows garlic and onions. But I'm going to need tomatoes also, because I'm going to roast the tomatoes.
Okay, let's go to tomatoes.
Over here.
So you could get the round ones or the aroma, right?
No, for this one, I like ripe.
Really ripe?
Yeah. We're going to roast. So we're going to make chilaquiles for how many people?
I think about 10 people.
Okay. So this is for my salsa, for the red ones.
Okay.
Pretty much done. Okay.
So for me, I need a couple of fresh chilies. Let's go see. I think you grabbed me a poblano.
Poblano. You want it?
And I want 2. That's these right here. Okay. Now it also calls for jalapenos.
Yeah.
You think jalapeno's good?
You can use jalapeno, but for me, serrano has more flavor.
So let's do serrano instead.
It's also hotter.
So my recipe calls for 2, so I should probably get 4 serrano, you think?
Yeah. Well, you can also combine them.
I don't know. I'm going to go with your recommendation.
So put serranos here. I mean poblanos, and then I hate to.
I don't use plastic bags, so I just put them in. Honestly.
There. you can take them out when you're done. I hope they don't get lost. I mean, they don't.
Okay.
Okay.
So next on my list is tomatillos. That's kind of the basis of this sauce.
For the green sauce, we're going to use. There's 2 ways to go here. You can use tomate verde or tomatillo, tomate de milpa. This is more related to a berry. It's not as acidic. This one is very acidic. Sometimes people even put sugar to balance it. I prefer myself tomate milpero. To me, it has a better flavor, but that's a personal choice.
So if I cook it with this, is it going to have that really almost limey flavor? You know, tomatillos almost taste like they have lime in them. Is it?
No, this is going to be sweeter.
It's going to be sweeter.
Sweeter, yeah. It's not as acidic. Yeah.
All right, I've never worked with these before. I think I want to try them.
So this one, you can do it both ways. You can peel them and boil them, or peel them and roast them.
Okay.
Yeah. It's up to you. I prefer tomatillo myself, unless I'm going to make something like carne sin jugo, then I'll use this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need a pound and
that's
that's perfect.
You want less than that? You need a pound?
No, I think I needed I don't know, 1.5 pounds, I thought it said.
I mean, let me. I saw some. I'm very picky about my produce. Okay, let's start. Okay, so we have tomatillo, chiles,
And I want to get some limones.
limes, and cilantro.
Yeah. So these limes, this is a question I've been wanting to ask you. So what's the benefit of the little tiny ones?
It's more acidic. This is Mexican lime. This comes from a specific place in Mexico, Tecomán, and they're known for their limes. This is more related to the key lime
Oh, okay.
than lime.
I think I'm going to get regular ones because
Yeah.
to me, key lime have a bitterness.
Yeah,
that I'm not
it is.
crazy about.
It is a bitter.
Yeah. Maybe
This
it's the same lime.
This is very common in the coast, Nayarit, Colima. This is what it is. But
Okay.
so.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not really putting them in the recipe. I was just going to put it to go over the top.
Okay.
Okay. So,
We're going to need onions
yeah.
for my white onions for the sauce. For garnish and sauce, I'll use a little garnish.
Yeah, they're over
So-
here. So I need just one white one for my recipe.
Actually,
And what do you need for yours?
I need one slice for the sauce
Uh-huh.
because it's garlic, onions, peppers, and this. And then I'm going to use a little bit for garnish. all
Garnish
over
on the
chili.
top. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm just going to use probably half, so
Yeah.
that'll be perfect.
Okay, so okay.
Yes. Okay.
And
And-
you have garlic?
I already grabbed garlic.
I need 3 cloves of garlic.
We'll have plenty because
Okay.
I think I need 3 or 4. So
Okay.
now I need cilantro. Is that cilantro or that's parsley?
It is cilantro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, cilantro.
And what are you looking for with that smell?
Fresh. Yeah, it gotta
Oh my
get
gosh.
you. It's gotta get you.
That's what.
It's gotta,
That smells so good.
Yeah,
Some
it's
people
nice.
don't like it, but
Oh,
boy,
no.
I love it.
And just break it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Cilantro. Yeah.
Oh
Alright.
God, that is one of the best smelling cilantros.
And there's nothing like a fresh cilantro when you break it, and it makes a big difference on the sauce.
Yeah.
Incredible. Difference.
So
Okay.
the next thing on my list is I have both queso fresco and crema.
Okay.
So they're probably in the same place.
So we can get it over there. For tortillas.
Oh, we got to do tortillas
So
first.
tortillas,
Are we making our own chips?
no.
Okay.
I don't think we can talk about it. Usually, like I say, the leftover tortillas, you let them sit overnight outside, so they'll dry up and they're easy to fry, right? Then cut them in pieces, and those are the chips. We call them totopos. All right, so we got our peppers for the 2 different greens, green and red sauces. Now we're going to get the garnish items. We're going to use crema fresca mexicana. We're going to come this way. Excuse me. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of different types of cremas, Central American, Honduran, Salvadorian. But for myself, I like to use this one because this one doesn't have the cornstarch. That's how the crema should be thick naturally, and the other ones use cornstarch. The other ones use cornstarch to make it thick. So this one doesn't have the cornstarch. That's why I like this one.
Now, what's the difference between this and sour cream?
Sour cream, like the word says sour, is more sour than the regular crema mexicana. It's more like creme la franche, or
Creme fraiche.
creme fraiche.
Okay.
So that's about it. You can use either one actually. Okay, so now let's go and get the queso fresco. We're gonna go back to the deli and get those queso fresco, crema, and onions are gonna be our topics, our garnishing. Okay, and then we still get the chips, the totopos, and they're over there. So, okay, let's do we need to get the main item for the chilaquiles, which is the totopos or chips. We're going to be lazy this time. We're going to buy them already made instead of us making them. So this is what is going to be the chilaquiles. So they're just all-day tortillas that are cut in pieces and fried. You can buy those, or you can buy this home. I prefer the homemade. Okay. They make this here in their own tortilla factory. Okay. So now we're going to buy the queso fresco, which is we're going to use it for our garnish on top of the chilaquiles. So as you can see, they have 4 or 5 different varieties here, but we are going to go with the queso cremoso. Give me about a pound. About a pound. Yeah. That's it. I think. Thank you, sir.
So why do you use this instead of like maybe mozzarella or something?
Because mozzarella will melt. We don't want it to melt. This is going to be like crumble.
Oh, sort of like almost like Parmesan or.
Parmesan. Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah. So you just crumble like crumble says. You don't want it to melt.
Okay.
Like that's what you see in most restaurants. Everything is melted cheese. No, it doesn't have to be melted. Yeah. Okay, I think so. We got everything we need. We have the most important thing, which is chiles, for both the red and the green sauce. So we have the guajillo for flavor and the árbol for heat. Okay, and then for the fresh we have the poblanos. Where are the poblanos and tomatillos? They're here, and serranos. So we have serranos, and there's some. Okay, the poblanos. We're gonna, okay. That, cilantro, and we're in business. We have the totopos. What else do we want? We're ready to party.
You did a good job.
You did too. It's hey, for the first time, it's not bad, huh?
For not bad. If you guys want the recipe, there's a link on the screen. I need to explain to you, I typed up my own recipe, but Felipe's recipe is in his head. And so...
Well, I can email it to you and then you can post it later if possible.
Or write down what he's doing. Or you can try and Google a red sauce, but it's not going to be like that one.
That's the problem when you learn from your grandparents, your moms, and say, wait, how many? No, just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Well, so what I did when in my early trips to Mexico, I videotaped my grandma and my mom. I have videos of them making moles and all kinds of salsas.
Wow, that's a great idea. I wish I would have done that with my grandma. So I'm going to start my green sauce, and then we're going to go over to Felipe with his red sauce, but it should come together really quickly. The first thing I'm going to do is saute a little bit of onion and garlic in some oil. So let me chop that up real quick. Felipe was smart, and he already did his whole onion chopping, right?
Well, it's just I can't stay still. I don't know. But problem.
Well, you were smart because I can't seem to get this onion to cooperate. So you just take the whole thing off. All right. Oh, I don't have my garbage anymore. All right. I'm just going to do this really rough because everything's going in the blender. So you can let go of having to dice it finely, which I love. Hey, can you turn the burner on to that little pan? Okay. And this is going to go to should wait for the pan to get hot. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to smash up some cloves of garlic. I don't actually like to put my garlic in with the onion. I don't know if you're the same way.
No, I do.
I like my garlic barely cooked, especially for something like this. Again, I'm not going to chop the garlic up because we're going in the blender, but I'm going to get the ugly parts of it off. That's one. Let's see, what did it call for? 3. So I got to do 3 cloves of garlic. And you guys are going to notice that I'm really terrible about following my recipe. And this is not a recipe that needs to be followed like baking. You have to really follow it so that the chemical things happen. But with cooking, you can just kind of do what you want, especially in one like this where you have hot peppers. You're going to want to be careful and go with at your own level that you can handle
Yep.
with peppers. Here we go. That's barely hot. We're going to get those going. And I'll put the garlic in right when I'm done with,
Okay.
with the onions. Okay, so I already cut, cleaned, and roasted a whole bunch of tomatillo. Can you see this? There it is. The tomatillos with the peppers. But I wanted to show you guys, I know if you watched me on my last video, I used tomatillos for a chili. And these are different ones. Felipe recommended that I get the small ones. They are actually, are they the same? Are the little ones just going to grow up to be big ones?
No.
Oh, no, okay.
The tomatillos don't grow much bigger than this.
So this is a whole different breed. Okay.
They're more related to a berry than a tomato.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're ones that are purple, like this one, kind of is purple, and they're sweeter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
The green tomatoes, those are acidic.
okay. So the way I do my tomatillos is I pull the paper down towards the stem, and then I just take that stem and twist it, and just twist it off. And then save these guys for your compost, because it's good compost. So I want to show you, I think I saved, look at this one. I don't know if you can see that. It's so purple. Look at the difference in color. So he says that the purple ones are sweeter, right? Is that what you said?
You can eat them raw too.
Oh, eat them raw. Okay.
Yeah.
I did try to eat one of these raw, and they are pretty good.
Yeah, you can, depend on the flavor you want to get out of it, you can eat them raw, roasted, or boiled, and they taste different.
Okay. I like roasting my veggies, so that's what I chose to do, but if you want to boil them, you can. These little ones that I saved to show you guys how to clean, I'm not even going to cook them, because some tomatillo salsas, they use them raw. So I'm just going to toss these into the blender. That's where I'm going off of my recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to throw the garlic into the onions. Right there. And this is all going in the blender. Now, the peppers. These are, I believe we ended up getting Serrano. So we definitely don't want the seeds. What about these like white stems in here? What do you think about
That's where
them?
the heat is.
Yeah.
So if you don't want it hot, remove those veins.
Okay.
That's where the, what's the compound called? Capsicum?
Capsaicin?
Capsicum, something like that. That's where the heat is.
Okay. So I think I'm going to take most of the white out. Blender, because you don't really have to worry about chopping things up, especially because I have a very powerful blender. Oh, I left one little tomatillo. This is not the sharpest knife. I can smell it. You can turn that off.
Yeah.
I think.
I think that's all you're going to.
I just like to get the real bitter taste off of the onions. Not bitter, but that almost burning flavor.
Yeah.
All right. And I think that's good for the peppers. The last pepper I have is poblano, and this one was roasted really nicely. Charred. And that's going to taste so good, but I am going to take the seeds out. It's kind of a textural thing.
Those are the ones that are used for chile rellenos.
That you stuff these for chile rellenos.
Chile relleno, yeah.
So you're going to have to do a chile relleno class.
That's messy.
And I'm just taking the skin off here. I'm going to stick it all in the blender. Okay.
And you can test it for heat once and if you can add it.
Yeah.
You can add
I'll keep that aside in
Yeah.
case I need it. So with the onions that we cooked up, we just softened them a little bit. I'm actually going to toss them in the blender, but I thought I would put some broth in it just to make it easier to pour. My recipe is calling for 1.5 cups of chicken stock. I'm going to start with less than that because I don't want it to be too liquidy. Okay. And then we're just going to see how it goes. Okay. Get all of those onions in there. And then we're gonna put all the tomatillos in.
Yep.
These smell really good. And you'll notice I didn't take the skin off of the peppers just because I'm being lazy, and this is such a good blender. The last thing that goes in, I just want to make sure I got everything, is some cilantro. Now with this, I'm actually going to just grab, it just says cilantro on my recipe, so you definitely do that to what you want. If you don't want any, don't put it in, because I know some people really hate it. I absolutely love it. I could eat it on everything. I'm going to actually use the stems in this because why waste them? They're going to get blended up really well. And then later I'm going to chop up a little bit more, probably while Felipe's working, so that we have a little dish of cilantro to serve over the top. Okay, so here we go. Very loud blender. I'm going to open this because I'm probably going to need some chicken stock. Here we go. Does that look good? A little bit on the side. Very seedy. Should I blend it a little bit more?
Yeah. I would.
Okay. A little bit more. And I don't think I need any more stock, do you?
No, I mean,
I
you
like
can always
that.
add it when you're...
Yeah, I like how it looks like that. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop it just because it's loud and annoying. Wow, I have a mess here. And I have some limes that I'm going to use for garnish. I think I've probably nagged all of you guys about cutting limes before, but just make sure that when you cut it, it has 3 points. This is my thing.
3 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 points just makes it easier to squeeze. I hate it when somebody gives me one of those skinny little slices
wedges
of lime. Yeah. So there you go. A really good squeeze. Okay. And I actually would like to taste my sauce because maybe I need to put some of those in there, or probably some salt and pepper. I forgot to do that.
Maybe more chilies.
No, we definitely don't need more chilies.
Serrano.
You're probably going to really like it. It needs some salt.
Yep. Serranos are hotter than...
That's a good one. That's good. That's a good kind of heat, you guys.
They say they like
Don't be scared
spicy,
of it.
so...
Just one more little blast on here.
All right.
That was just to get the salt mixed in. Okay, I have a mess. I'm done. And I'm going to turn everything over to Felipe now to make his red sauce.
Are you going to cook it now, or...?
You want me to cook it? You think I should cook it?
Oh, it's up to you. I wouldn't.
Sure, I'm going to cook it.
Do it the way you do it.
Okay.
Because that way, okay, so do we have any leftover garlic?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Just give me one more clove of garlic.
I'll bring it over.
All right, so, and then we'll make the, yeah.
Here, take the big one.
I'll take
Oh, okay.
when you get a chance, if you can rinse the blender and the jar.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Wow, look at that. That looks really good. And I'm going to rinse out the jar the blender.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to heat up this thing. There. All right. So, are we ready to do the red ones? So the way I did some of the work already, some pre-work here. So I toasted this called guajillo pepper. This is how they come from the package. I open it and remove the seeds and put them in this grill here. We call it comal. It's one of the probably oldest kitchen utensils in the Mexican kitchen.
How do you spell that?
Comal is also another Aztec word. But this is, you'll find this on every Mexican home. And for a Mexican to have a tortilla, it has to be warm in one of these guys. No microwave, no, it has to be in a comal. No other way around. So anyway, so I toasted this guajillos for flavor and color, and also this chile de árbol, which is for heat. So I have about 10 pieces here. We'll see how hot they turn out. So I'd also toasted some garlic. I'm going to use a combination of toasted garlic and fresh garlic, and also a slice of toasted onions. And the most important thing, the charred tomatoes. This I put them in the broil, which is very hot heat, and it just takes about 7-10 minutes to get them this way, this charred. So right now I'm going to remove the heart of the tomato. Just never liked that in my sauce.
Do you want any of this
No.
leftover? Okay.
So I'm going to remove the heart of the tomato, and I'm going to put it, yeah, this is, because it's a little tough in case the blender doesn't get it. So I'm going to put the whole thing in there. Some people remove the skin. You can do that. I prefer the little smoky flavor myself, but you know, you can remove it. If sometimes they turn bitter, but okay. So I'm gonna do that. I use 4 tomatoes for this, because usually they take more chili than tomatoes. That's what they call chilaquiles, because they tortillas and chili sauce. That's what it means, really. So, but we're going to put tomatoes so it doesn't get too chili flavor here.
Too caliente?
Well, the guajillo sauce, I mean the guajillo pepper are not hot at all. So, and I'm not going to waste any of this juice because this is where the flavor is. Oops. I got stuck in there. So I throw this away. And some of them went, the aluminum foil broke, so I'm going to put everything here. And this way we're done with this, out of the way.
Felipe, do you use a green sauce or a red sauce for anything else besides chilaquiles?
Oh, that sauce you can use it for enchiladas verdes.
Oh, yeah.
Or sometimes they call enchiladas suizas. I don't know why, Suizas. Swedish enchiladas, I don't know why. So you can also, for any pozole verde, you know pozole?
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you would use the salsa?
Mm-hmm. For pozole verde. So instead of using pork, you use chicken for pozole verde. And just eat them with chips.
I have a friend who told me that she uses the jarred hot sauce salsa, the salsa verde, and she puts it in with like a pot roast in a slow cooker. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really good.
I mean,
so I can use that for
this
that.
sauce will turn really good with carnitas.
Carnitas, okay.
Yeah. Taco de carnitas, it will be very good.
Go get those carnitas from the deli.
Okay, so I'm going to put all these chiles here. All the there, and garlic, all the garlic and the roasted onion. I'm going to put only half of these peppers because I don't know how they're going to turn, and I want you to eat it.
Be able to eat it.
Okay. I'm going to have also a slice of fresh onions, and I'm going to use a little bit of
Yeah.
okay. if I need it. Now, I may need your help here because I'm not used to this blender. Everybody's
lid.
used to their own blenders. This is too sophisticated for me.
You see the little white
Yeah.
triangle? You match it with the little white triangle.
Okay, so
And
I want to start
That's power and then-
slowly.
push power first.
Power, okay. In the meantime, I want to. I'm going to saute that. I'm going to need salt. Salt and pepper. Pepper. Oh. Oh. Doesn't go to 3? Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, that's a little
Okay.
faster. You want a little spoon to taste it?
Yes. Okay, let's give it a taste here. Ooh, it is it is spicy. I needed to have smoother. So can you make it any?
3 is it.
Okay, so I need to let it run more. I
And
guess. How do you?
those blades are so sharp.
I need to. Okay. I like mine really smooth. So,
Yeah.
so for red one, the green can be a little rough. I think that's going to be it.
So that we can start
Okay.
assembling. You turn.
Oops. Oh, see, this is too sophisticated for me. This. You might want to turn that on. Oops. See, I'm not used to this blender.
Oh. It's all right. Little messy, but that's okay.
Learning on the fly here.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal a taste of it, okay?
Well, I need to have it.
Whoa. That really tastes like enchilada sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can use it for red enchiladas.
Yeah.
Or red pozole.
But definitely different. I mean, you can definitely tell it's not a can of enchilada sauce.
Okay. I like
So
that.
now we have both of our sauces pretty much done. He's probably going to stir that up a little.
Yeah.
And now it's just a matter of
Let me-
assembling.
I need to boil mine.
Okay, he's going to
Right.
boil,
It
and
has
while
to-
he's boiling, we'll pull all the stuff over that
Yeah.
we're going to put on him. We do it right here?
It needs to simmer for a little bit.
Think right here is good? Okay.
Let me get some paper towels here.
Okay, so the chips that we ended up getting were from La Superior. And Felipe thinks they're the absolute best because they don't get soggy. Is that what you said?
Well, they're more like home, real home made.
Okay.
They're thicker also. That's why, and for chilaquiles, yeah, this is the problem with Mexican cooking is messy. Oh, I'm messy, I guess.
So one thing I did want to ask you too, obviously when I went and was eating chilaquiles at a breakfast buffet, they were pretty floppy, not crisp.
Yeah.
But when you eat them, do you like them really crunchy?
I like them crunchy.
Like some crunchy.
So that's a personal, choice. When growing up, of course, my mom wasn't going to serve each individually crunchy
Yeah.
chilaquiles. So she made a pot of chilaquiles, and you're going to have the way they're there, soggy or not soggy, you're going to eat them. But I prefer them crunchy. So if people are not going to eat at the same time, you can just get the sauce and put the chips as you're eating them.
This is kind of like upscale nachos.
Yes, that's pretty much what it is.
All right. So what do you think? You tell me on the amounts here what you think. I think I have more sauce than you do. So.
Well, I was going to throw mine in here.
Oh, you're going to throw the chips in the pan. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Because they're going to eat them all. I mean, we're not going to wait for different, there's no different shifts here.
Okay. I think I'm going to pour my sauce over the top of mine, but here, I'll...
But because this is too thick, I need to add water to this, to mine. I can use this from the faucet, right?
Yeah.
I need a container.
And let me just, while he's working on his sauce, show you the rest of what's going on top of these. Okay.
And another thing that I'm going to do, because I'm going to do what my mom used to do. So we always have beans with chilaquiles, always in the morning. So I'm going to make some refried beans. The way, I learned since I was a kid. So I'm going to use this different pepper. We call it blonde pepper, güero pepper, to get some flavor. And then I'm going to throw the beans in there. These fresh beans that I brought from home. I'm going to throw them in there and refry them.
Did you make those beans?
Yes. Once I get the flavor out of the pepper, then I'll throw the beans in there. I'm going to put both peppers just to get the most flavor out of these guys.
Here's some water if you need it.
Yep. So this you got it. Okay, I don't need this guy.
Is it on the comal or is it?
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need this anymore, so I can. Oops. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this off. Yeah. Okay. And I'll get this one going here.
Okay, so here's more water if you need it.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then I'm
gonna
going to
need the
go
whole
grab
thing. Yeah.
and show everybody what we're putting on
Yep.
these chilaquiles.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'll do this.
Okay, we talked about the what is this?
Queso fresco.
I want to call it cotija, which is a whole different thing.
It's a whole different version when it's dry and it's more like a parmesan.
So what we're going to do basically is kind of crumble it over the top. Like
once you put the sauce, that's at the very end.
when it tastes it.
It's fresh.
It's really fresh and it's really mild. Then I made shredded chicken, because as Felipe mentioned, you can have a couple of different kinds of protein on top. You could definitely have pork. You could have chicken. Or you can have eggs, which he's going to put on his. So the way that we always did it, and when I was in Cancun, you would order the chilaquiles at the buffet, and then they would make an egg and just put it right on top, and it's amazing to have an egg with it. So we have eggs, and the last thing we have is the crema. And I'm going to just kind of mix this crema up so that it's really well combined. And now you guys are going to see how thin this stuff is. Actually, this one's pretty thick.
Yeah, when to use a fork and just.
Yeah, a fork is a way better idea. Okay. I'll go get a fork. This actually really looks like sour cream. We're going to do it like this, so then we can kind of blop it all over. Okay. So this is our assembly table. Okay, so shall I start with mine?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just spoon my sauce over the top. And I'm going to use a lot. Most of this. Woo! That's a good sound.
Gotta get used to your spoon here.
Okay. A little bit more. Isn't this just like nachos?
Turn the fan on because these chilies are going to get.
Well,
So this is what I'm trying to get the chilies, get the flavor out of the chili peppers.
can you guys move the camera to him?
So we can get the flavor to the beans.
And so are you flavoring the oil? Is that what you're doing? Oh, okay.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
The comal.
The comal. Yeah. Yes.
And then do you eat those afterwards?
Of course.
Are they hot?
I don't know. We'll find out. they can be hot, but not as hot as serranos. Not as hot as serranos. So usually, the way they go is like guajillo, not hot. Then we have some güeros, and then jalapeño, serrano, diarbol, habanero. That's how you get to the.
And then those crazy ones like ghost peppers.
Yep. So, almost there.
Okay, the last thing I think we need is a couple of plates so that we can eat.
Yep.
So I forgot to get plates. I'm going to go back there and grab a couple.
And I forgot to get tongs here. So, okay. All right. Okay, so once those peppers are pretty much this way, then I'm going to throw the beans. Oops, I'm going to throw the beans in the pan. That's it. That's all she wrote.
So now you're frying. Did you already fry them once? Is that why they're called refried?
No, that's the irony. They're not being. They were not fried before. So this is the first. I don't know why they call it refried.
They should just be fried beans.
Fried beans, yeah.
Okay. So while you're messing around there, I am going to serve up.
Okay. You see that I'm gonna have to taste this again for salt and.
Next thing I'm going to do on mine is put that shredded chicken all over the top. Beautiful.
All right.
And then I'm going to crumble up some tortilla.
Where did I see?
Get a nice piece. Just like this. And now it's going to really start looking like, if you've ever seen a picture of chilaquiles, it looks just like this. Right? Yeah.
All right.
It's really spicy, but it's good. What happened to my crema?
Okay, so we're done with that. Done with this. We're moving stuff out of the way.
Gonna put crema all over.
Yeah.
And what am I missing?
Cheese, crema, and that's it. You can put some onions if you want.
Now, see, I am not a raw onion person,
Yeah.
so I probably wouldn't put onions on mine.
I like to have this a little bit more
Yeah. Thin.
runny. You can put milk to make it more runny. But
Give you my fork. And the last thing I'm going to do is just a little bit of, for color.
There you
some
go.
cilantro. I hope you guys like cilantro. My people that are here. I do have people watching.
Well, if I don't know if I'm correct, but I believe the cilantro originally comes from Asia. It's not a Mexican English, so
I think you're right. I think I did a little research on
Yeah,
that
so-
one time. Okay, so there's our beautiful green chilaquiles, and now,
the green one, their way one, will come up here shortly.
and I'm gonna let you make a plate of yours.
Well, I'm not ready yet. Let me see, because I'm gonna boil this thing for a little bit, and
And mash them.
yep. So you want the flavor there. That's the bad thing about Mexican cooking is it's messy.
Yeah,
It's messy.
we have a nightmare here. It's not that bad.
I mean, especially when you're making tamales. Oh my God, it's messy.
Well, what do you think? You want to fry a couple eggs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where's the?
Okay, and you have oil over there.
I can put this one over here. All right, I need to get used to this stove.
You have heat on too. on
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah, this is where the fry, I need this one for the fry. Yeah, I need to get those boiling a little bit more. There you go.
That looks really good. See, I would not have thought that it was so thin. Should mine have been a little bit thinner?
Because if you're gonna throw the chilaquiles there, it's gonna get thick.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I think we can throw the chilaquiles there now.
The totopos?
Totopos, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to taste one of mine.
Yep. And then
That's so good.
so-
Mine seems like nachos, but really when you get these at a restaurant, you eat it with a knife and fork.
yeah.
I think I need more sauce on mine.
Yeah, I probably soak them. Okay, so this for growing up for me was a typical breakfast: chilaquiles, beans, and an egg. That was some people call it peasant food. Yeah. I mean, my parents, they were not peasant, but this is how. Me, it's pretty common. But
Do you want me to do that and you can do your
yeah,
eggs?
I think
Okay.
that's pretty much almost done. Just as much as you can, and then I'm gonna turn actually this down.
Felipe and I have had a lot of conversations about refried beans because he's pretty horrified that I really love a can of Rosarita refries. Sorry, I can eat those things out of the can. I love
I
them.
mean, they're so easy to make. I mean, why would you?
If it's not your thing, you know?
That's true.
Okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to put the chips in.
Yep. Let me turn it off. Hold on. And they're going to be ready to be eaten like there. Because, okay, I'm going to turn it off. They're ready. This thing is not hot enough.
And I have a plate for you when you want to serve up one.
I need another spoon. I guess this one. I need to make it. All right, you can throw this in here.
You're going to want more than those?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
And then serve them. You can serve them from there. Put them on the plate. Why don't you just put them here, and then we'll grab them from here once they're
Okay.
soaked.
So this is how they would do it in a restaurant.
This is how my mom will do it. I don't know. So like this. Oops. And then you serve them from here.
Get your piece of tortilla.
Yeah, those beans are ready too. Oops, those. Yeah, it's a little hard. So you can serve them from there now,
Okay.
and then
You do your egg and I'll do this.
yeah, where are the eggs?
Oh, they're right over here, right here.
Yeah, because this is pretty hot. I need to get this out of. There you go. That's
Is that a good amount?
yep. And then you put beans on the side, just as
Okay.
turn them from the bottom, yeah, because yeah, a little dry better, and then you put the garnish on the top, and that's it. That's all you wrote. Yep.
Those
You
look so good.
put some crema and some onion, like that.
Okay, and I have lime if anybody wants it. Do you want cilantro? Felipe, you want cilantro?
Yeah, just for the decoration. Yeah.
That's the colors of the Mexican flag right there.
Yep.
We got red, white, and green. And there's your plate whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we throw this on the top, and that's your protein, and that's all she wrote. We can continue to put more seeds, like how they already getting soggy. So
Okay, so I think we've got it. There's a plate of chilaquiles verdes
yep,
and chilaquiles
The
rojos,
rojos.
con huevos with an egg
That's
on
it.
top. It's beautiful. And when you bite into that, the yolk goes
the
all
yolk
over
goes over.
everywhere.
Yeah, so
Okay, well, thank you guys for watching our cooking show. It kind of looks like a mess, but I'm telling you, it's going to be really delicious.
and you're right. Who's going to be the brave one?
Our first taste tester.
Yeah. So don't be shy. Don't be shy.
We got to get him a fork.
Yeah,
Get him a fork.
fork, and just poke the egg, and then hopefully you get the yolk running there.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right.
Any questions? Okay.
Any questions from anybody?
All right. So chilaquiles rojos, chilaquiles verdes, with refried beans, fresh beans. So
He's tasting the beans first.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Good.
yeah.
Good.
So
Okay. Is that it?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
everyone.
Thanks for letting us share our
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
dish.
and for sure some of our ethnic dishes.
Until next time.
Until next time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the food.
And anybody wants to come on up and
Someone's got to eat all this.
come on. There's plates right there.